Greg, stalking cases can be incredibly difficult to prove and prosecute. This bill aims to change that. It would bring Washington state law in line with federal law. One lawmaker who knows the dangers firsthand shared her personal story with me tonight.
It's been tough.
A hard 2 years for Representative Michelle Caldier, who's been stalked by a man she never met.
Once we served him, the first thing he did was send me a text message asking if I ever really loved him.
Rep. Caldier says her stalker recently pled guilty and is behind bars waiting for sentencing and could spend 14 to 17 months in jail.
He did show up at my father's house 3 times. And, my father's disabled. I am incredibly concerned, not only about my safety, but his safety.
That's why she's backing a bill that will make it easier to prosecute stalking cases. Under current law, a victim must prove that the stalker creates a fear of injury, something prosecutors say is hard to prove.
They think they're in a relationship with somebody that they're not. That was tough for me and my family.
That fear is real.
Redmond Police Chief Darrell Lowe calling on Senate lawmakers to pass the bill in a hearing Tuesday. This after a suspected stalker killed a Redmond husband and wife last week before killing himself. Lowe says the wife reported more than 100 contacts from the suspect within a single day, sent gifts, and showed up at her home.
This is every victim, every detective, every police chief's worst nightmare.
The bill's creator says there were only 24 stalking convictions last year statewide. Caldier says her stalker was a repeat offender and doesn't want this to happen to anyone else.
All survivors of stalkers, we make them safe. We can make them as safe as possible.
So, Julie, the lawmaker you spoke to tonight also feels very strongly against another law that's making its way through Olympia right now. Tell us about her impassioned speech on the House floor recently.
Yeah, Greg, she got emotional on the House floor opposing a bill that would require a training mandate to buy a gun. She says she wouldn't be able to pass some of the tests required to own a firearm. And it's because of this stalking situation that it's the first time in her life she considered getting a gun. Greg.